I'm probably going to virgin my phone. Anyway, you to receive any information you have information to provide for dating. I'm going to listen to some from their sex addiction. And then I'm going to bring Yes, I'm using them. 100,000 people who live with them are longer in my family origin to steal from me again, though I never seen me steal my money. What else? What else? I want to order food from here. Please. Still my home says June 15, 2025. What else? I think their names are Andrew Leach, Masura, and Alex. And Anthony Capizano, so I don't know. Versus Alex of 4 years. What else? Just in my apartment. What else? These two little things. Sunset rain. So that I went to my parents' home after I became William Anderson. For him to rape me in my parents' home. So disgusting. He's trying to be disrespectful to someone that's not on his home. I didn't care at all. He's disgusting. He thinks he's assaulting my womanhood. I steal my money so I can have a home of my own. Es un asco. Es lo peor que es. Basura, un bruto. Ugh, maldito bellaco, jodido. Basura, asqueroso, se me coman. Que me robaron. Una basura. Ew. In the meantime, I'm selling things that I'm gonna marry him just to be miserable. They're disgusting. Ew. I've never been sure why not. I won't ever be sure why not. Ew, you're disgusting. What else? You can make happy day around I guess in the way money so I can't visit Puerto Rico next month. It's June 15, 2025. You can take happy day around money so I can't provide for Jamie. You can take minutes of later, so it's like provide for Jamie. Can yes, penalty for the request. Me, I got no way of understanding. Where did I put my social security card? Fuck. It was with my birth certificate. Oh, Jameson came on his social security. Oh, phone numbers. Where did I write down their social security number? It's so weird. You know what? I was so used to that. So I said, social security. The forms of ID. And what a picture. They will testify in court if I have to against these individuals. I think their names are Andrew Vascura Leach, Alex, Albert. My dad warned me decades ago that a judge may not put me in a courtroom testifying against these Basuras that steal from me and that have raped me and get in the way of receiving money. Just to know I convenience me so I don't have to leave up early and be in court and feel like my so I'm being allowed to the best of the ability of a court to wake up whenever I want, to close on a Sunday, and someone to review these videos. And hopefully assign the death penalty for these leeches, even the ones that type that get in the way of me receiving money. What else? 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 I love that you did your own. What else? What else? What else? What else? When I was financially stable, my life changes. I plan to travel for many people in the years. Let's go to money today. Where's my birthday? Mm-hmm. You can look up the Horavilas that raped me in 2016. You can look up the Mormon that raped me in 2016. They were after my vagina pictures and my notes and my lingerie pictures. I remember after these people apparently have hate crimes on me. They're disgusting. It was just a stalker from emoji that I knew when I was like 1 to 5 years old. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. So disgusting. Disgusting medicine. You can look up to the this mother raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You can look up to Sarah Francis. You can look up to Manuel Douglas that raped me in 2017. You can look up everybody else for the names. What else? What else, please? Oh, my heavens, that's all you should really bad. What else? What else? You can look up between Malaga. If he stays in my homes at all my permissions, he also when he gets in my homes, they speak with to governments representing me. They get hooked because there are not enough to be working. There's others. Ew, 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 ew. Podía entender asqueroso que me lo dan las cosas, no tienen cosas. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I never usually stay up and such more than people. I do understand. I'm excited about it. You can decapitate everyone in a single one. What else is and regrouping and marrying the one that rapes him. Literally, the one that rapes him. It's disgusting. They're so gross. They cause poverty unto one, so that one isn't even a contender. That one isn't even pursuing that shit. Ew, it's disgusting. Se quiere dar más crédito del que tiene. Se quiere dar más importancia a lo que tiene. Es un asco. And then it goes on and says, I'm marrying the legal prostitute. No, 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 no. Porque I witness people speak like that. They're like, well, if you've been sucking my dick for so long, and sometimes the legal prostitute starts crying and saying, what else? Speaking of barbecue, what is this? What is this? What else? Let's see. What else? That's kind of relatable too. What do I want to say tonight? I was getting the name. What else? Oh, that's good to read. What else? Something it's like broken cookies and potato skins and turn it into food for the soul. Anyways, then unfortunately, que él quiere violarlo a todo. What else? So that's why he's still winning, because then he goes on into those people and misrepresents himself. This is, don't you have a hunger relief program? He steals from me. He's disgusting. He doesn't want to run out of drugs and sex. And money Monday, he doesn't have sex. So he goes, basically, I'm trying to just go to flourish for this. On Facebook, he's getting famous. I'm really into wanting to eat barbecue chicken. So, my sister could be on there too. This is true. Yeah. Let's get going. We can look at the names of the systems and rate rules and negative numbers and you can be complicated with these other systems that's beyond my homes, that's beyond my neighbors. So basically what he's doing right now, like he watches my videos while he steals my money, causes my starvation, he's stealing my ideas. So he'll go on, possibly hire these people, create a restaurant or a home for himself, and they leave a hooker to be in while he pretends that it's me because he picked up his own. And then he'll be like, well, barbecue or tacos because that's the food that she was on. Chocolate pudding too. She mentioned that earlier. Started with HEB, so makes in Texas. Porque the magazine is to access monthly. So he's stealing my money for me to date him and then crying to people and saying that I'm a terrible wife. And then using my money that he steals from me to creating ventures that he would then goes on to fantasize and use to rape people. So, ew, ew, ew. This Mac is so pretty. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let me see. Let me see. Let's go to this. I'm bored. I'm bored. This. Which one is this one? What else? 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 What's sparkling water? What have you? What else? My home has a road to the powerful. I should be in the hotel 10 minutes. Gets rid of the road to Flavins and you can like everything having Sony systems that rate me was giving money with memories. Their money and think their names are on the so knowledge. I'm very good on the soon and the home. This going and then he goes on to say the police doesn't do anything. But the FBI is a four not existence. He's literally an FBI agent ready to rape all day. They're disgusting. They're so bad. They're the wrong in groups. Just go into this. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, fun. I want cornbread today. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. There's a Nadella International Sister Cities Festival. Fun. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's get daily money today. I shop for myself today. Women like me suffer, but they are not the type of be like, I want men to buy me gifts. What else? 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 I brought this. Oh, it's Father's Day today. I mean, it wasn't a pretty much visible area. but it's Father's Day today. You can decapitate me how many sweaters and sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way, where steal money, that steal my homes. It's June 15, 2025. What else? What else? What else? What else? I plan to travel with Jada and Kalani at least once a month. Well, Jada and Kalani with their daughter, if Jada and Kalani decide to stay with their daughter. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Let's go. Even the cafeteria room this caused my poverty, my anxiety, my depression, my purpose. They're disgusting. They don't know who I'm fucking for them to be like, Agnes, es un cosa people. Es un asco, son people coming asco. Yeah, this is standard. This is house. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're so horrible, we're so gross, we are relatives, era para hacerse pasar por una madre que drug to her kids. Y esa tipa tiene to three babies and more. Y school. You can decapitate us a nosotros, you can decapitate school. Yes, they support pero ciudadanos sudan. Y Alejandro speech. That's cool. I have not made an effort to help myself. I haven't gotten raped or bullied or beaten up privately. Anyways, why did she stalk? She trafficked me into poverty then and she can't provide for me. La cola la carosidad. You can decapitate me how many sweaters on the sons that rape me. That's the only money that get in the way when you receive anything super disgusting. You can decapitate Jennifer. What need money? I want to sit there for basura. I was so close to getting her self-defense. I just gotta remember. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm financially stable. Financially everything. Who's gifting me money? Who's gifting me money? I refuse to feel psychoes after 10 minutes. I have to pay for my electricity bill and get my electricity connected again. I have to hire someone to clean my apartment. I have to move out and live with Aiden Kitlani somewhere else. I just haven't decided where, and I don't need to compare with anyone. I know this. No pequeños mío. When I decide forwarding them, you need to what if Jada wants to I make that decision. I consulted with Adrian as far as like travel my parents. That's it. I don't need to consult with anyone else over where I will live the dating can. So this is why I purposely don't talk to anyone privately. Those people that I grew up around stealing money and getting away with murders, trying to rape me. They try to bring up stupid conversations, trying to rape more. They're disgusting. In the meantime, once my police expires on 4/30/2026, the city will be paying for bond. What else? More. In the meantime, the legendary Sansuras steals my money, stays in my homes without my permission. I want them me because my apartment isn't clean because I don't have money for food. And it's just, what means that? De esta basura asquerosidad que él se cree que no voy a hacer con la cita. Él es un asco de mierda. I don't never find him here. He's deplorable. He thinks he has percent on my vagina. Never. He's disgusting. My siblings say to him, it's time to make your name. And he rapes me. And he's like, look at the average families. The older siblings decide for the young. Oh, es un bruto. Es un puerco. Él se quiere hacer like, wow, so special in my life. Que he breaks the law. Como un bruto puerco asqueroso. Older siblings pick when the youngest sibling gets to have sex. Él es un puerco. The resources for us to kill herself today. Watching zero episodes. Or stalkers or something. And that they went orgies that even I don't remember names. I never think about them when they stalk me. And they feel hungry. And then they know that I'm hungry. And that I have roaches in my room. And then my kids are separated from me. And they go on to whoever somebody on mucho and say, this señor Romano, you have blah 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 blah. I'm sure there's no money for food for her and children. There, you have better number. There's this thing, there's friends. Essa mesma próxima. Eu. I'm bored. I'm bored. I want to travel to Puerto Rico next month. What else? What else? What's the thing? What's up? Yeah. When I'm financially stable and trying to travel, and what else? What else? What is the greatest stuff? I want to visit the beach. Yo que de campo que ven son systems that are making us and I'm not gonna go on and have a private conversation to be called a beach whale because I feel like he's deplorable and he's disgusting. And what is that? What is dinosaurs? Those I saw out there. That's hilarious. Not the portobello mushrooms of chorizo. I don't know if we get to try. I think myself to this place. Like was so nice for like as a free and nobody doesn't costume fritas, but I have to bring it back. Or be open to taking some food and making it later. I'm a stranger to taking food into the box that I'm like not done with. I don't try to make that a habit. So definitely el queso frito y las bolitas de mantequilla fritas. If I had this, if I were doing only myself and possibly doing like the vaca frita, the queso frito, and the rice as appetizers, the bolitas de mantequilla. What else? What else? What else? What else? On this thing, the sun is really gonna look good. So this looks good though. What is that also for? Yeah, that looks good. Sounds good. I lost. No, I don't know. Possibly want to visit more than once and have a do more about this. About it and other what else? What else? What else? Something that doesn't necessarily the only money I'm trying to pretend that I'm toddler doing so my when I go Japan. I don't want to get right by them. They're disgusting. I don't want to. God, Fish water, sometimes necessary. If you know, what else? What is this stuff? So much. That's what I possibly want to visit in this space. Downtown, you can come with this. It sounds good to risotto acceptance vegetables and mac and cheese. Just alone with the salad. Looks good. I'd like to do here a few times. This is really like what else? What else? What else? What else? Plus 50 money today. That's not it. Is that so weird? I didn't remember the spelling of it. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, 40 hours. You can look out the data sheet now that right in 2023. I'm trying to touch my feet to manage my views of pregnancy and kill. I'm just trying to show. They're disgusting. They're so nasty. Well, my father from those things like that. Like I've had to take him on with me. What else? Or something to the posting that on Facebook. Uncle say, Canada, see how upset a grandparents over right up. You shouldn't be at a restaurant. So no, like por naturaleza, I've asked them before. I don't care about not having a set of grandparents when I grew up. Don't understand how more very strong. And I never missed out on something. I never felt like I missed out on something. Someone told you or something, and she felt like she missed out on something her parents. Not even when she was like 6. So this pastor goes on and tries to encasillar me like it was stereotypical. Like you should be sad all the time, you poor thing. You didn't have a set of grandparents while growing up. You shouldn't be at a restaurant that's gonna make you sad that you might miss your grandma's cooking. How much do they love that fucking grandmother gift school? Que ella literalmente tratando de cambiar pamper también, que no puede dimensionar. Really awful. They don't understand independence. They don't understand self-sufficiency. They don't understand the dollar. Es un asco. Basura no quiero ser. Ew, he's a bigot too. Es un puerco. Ew. I'm bored. What? What else? So I want to eat at this restaurant next month or something. TripAdvisor, that's where I picked up. So the guys so already went to ship. What? It looks good. What else? My best friend and my sister. What else? What else is there to do? The beach possibly. Oh, it's cartoons like 7 minutes away. What is this under its cartoon? No, it's the beach. And somebody done me around the car. Anyway, so that's true. Anthony Campbell, Anthony Gabriel es una personalidad de que luego returning again not taking into account the neighbors kind to say to to provide for me any money so I can't flee for them to bring who I'm listening. He's deplorable, he's so gross. Just a guy that I met at an orgy se cree que literalmente es mi dueño that he can just estropear me. Es una basura, una asquerosidad. They're scary as fuck. They're terrorists. Ew, 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 ew. La asco. Es una basura. Un puerco basura. Ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. I'm bored. Let's get to movies today. Let's get to money today. Doing having sort of the sons that raised me. That's the only money. That's the only homes. That's the only vehicles. Trying to raise me, trying to put me in a wheelchair so that my siblings pay for me for them to gratify themselves sexually. Homeless. Una basura, una capsula. And trying to traffic me into my dad's home where he's going to go to for him to meet me there. Well, let's go. It's the Florida and why have you ever? I've had to sacrifice not dating people just to not run into him ever. Okay, he's drugged me and he's had people rape me. He's disgusting. He's stalking me to become the better choice and provide someone else that he would want to mock me and be like, esta mejor, quítaselo, quítaselo. Huh? Es un asco. Todavía no entiendo ese nombre. Yeah, I'm bored. This is the beach. This version. Search. What is that would make me happy to shop there again. This is like a really what is like a random that I saw. Search shop. Yeah, I'm bored. I'm missing. Can I use this one? I don't think we have any sources on the right news and I'm going to get understand the confidence that they're disgusting. What else? What else? Anyways, I just got a pencil and I'm working on this. That's why my intestines are saying to me working on this. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I'm gonna shop and I'm gonna some home by myself. What else? I'm shopping what else? What else? What else? What are the symbols? Financially stable, friends are all fun who are getting what else? Because the computer is information. Everyone that steals money gets to everyone that doesn't know ever steal money because they don't pay. I'm spoiling them. I keep for myself. So he tries to keep me poor, and you're like, it's so cliche that you get to say it out loud. So he steals my money, gets in the way of my receiving money, and goes around people, asking people, do you want to see this on beach whale? Let's say you're not wearing a G-string at the beach again. Did he drug me after he raped me and gained a lot of weight, hoping that he would stop raping me? So he made me confess into having raped me because only a rapist behaves that way. So gross, he doesn't get it that he's confessing. If he takes a picture of me and says to people, who wouldn't want to see this beach whale in a G-string? He thinks that's fancy rich people talk. Es bruto. Just because he saw in una novela, in una película, that people were dressed like with clothes that were clean and changed often. He thinks that rich people talk like that. Es bruto. Here's their servers. Yeah. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can make up with the enemies of sons that would be the same when you live in North Sea. That's a cute one. I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? Going on my George Carlin to what else? What else? What else? What else? And what else? Now you reach and then what else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Even the computer run like a slow very horny, so I run into people that they fuck and I don't hoping they don't have a conversation with them about that person. And last one, they're the problem. They want to fight over dick and vagina. Ew, ew, ew. What do we want to do? Let's see. Oh, they're like, oh, I just picked at her in their face, but she's still poor. Oh, baby. I know Thursday. I mean, couldn't gift anything to Edgar today. Oh, so that's why he steals my money. So that whatever shit his wife gives him or baby mama gives him about rape baby that he has for girl, he has his rape babies. So gross. All he has is rape babies. He is not a father. All he has is rape babies. He's been raping for more than 30 years. What else? One of them was like, what, 8 years older than me, 7 years older than me. So he could have already fathered someone. Honestly, but all the rest, they're after them, there are rape babies. Porque no tienen dinero para regalarle un regalo a ella. They compare lives. They're disgusting. We don't share the same body. That's it. Si yo voy al hospital porque tengo un catarro, él no va al hospital porque tengo un catarro. Y él no entiende. Es bruto puerco. I remember one that we at a hotel today. And I went to visit for 25 minutes. So I'm going to show how to get them. What else? What else? It's trying to let me control myself, possibly putting me in front of like people that don't care for his sickness and temporarily. I don't know did that his witness. So after the fact or during the fact, outside of the orgy, I've seen the guy and be like, oh wow, he's really pretty. So he's like, I'm showing that he's still fucking here after all these years and I'm being him fucking. He doesn't understand flattery. You can see someone that's ready to be around and fucking oh my god. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Rumble. It's like it's over. Someone seems to be taking a nap here. Okay. You're gonna copy take it this close when you start motion. I didn't mind if you laugh at me. Yesterday she was a royal blue and so there was a name vegetarian however. I thought this was the recording. to stun her on purpose. And she's not ready to bring it in. I was a little rose too. A pizza there. My favorite. What's this? 217 views. It's hilarious. My heart was so beautiful. So I'm glad. But I woke up myself this morning. Something made my brain wake up. But again, I remember some people. So I put my hair towards the front, towards the bottom, and had the water dripping on my scalp. So that is not going to see that I'm trying to spend Sunday, so they steal my money and they get in the way of me receiving money. Because their reasoning doesn't make sense. They violate rights with the pretense. Is that the idea? We'll make sure that they get the death penalty somewhere. Yeah. Some people don't talk about the death penalty like I do. I'm nothing for that. What else? And death in some ways part of life. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, well, if I have money, I'm gonna yell about things my life. And right now, there's someone that she is possibly compatible with him, and he's gonna miss out on raping that person. So he's trying to kill me to get to Ash, this lady, as if my HEB food. He doesn't understand inventory. If I thought it should be still providing enough peanut butter as if my body still exists for a while. For a while, possibly for the rest of my lifespan that I should have been alive. It would come mascot. And war. Oh, I'll try to come and heard about them. Or this serving this retard options. He thinks that I will get a Target deal if I say that out loud. Not even remembers everything that I say. One says decoys ish out loud and they get crazy. They're like, must get into Target, must get people into Target. That's gonna make me hot. Arlene can't get into Target. Arlene can't get into Target. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, when speaking of hobbies, I'm like, that seems like cool getting one's product in Target. I know how I wouldn't judge like a guy or a girl. No, I mean, this is that's all I do. I'm very wealthy, and then occasionally I get my product out to Pottery Barn just for fun. The same product over and over. What else? What else? What else? As people talk about life choices, networking, and the smoking, I have anyone. What am I gonna be as a mom back then? I'm like, as long as it's healthy and obeys the law, I can be just anything. Literally, just anything. They're like for real famous. What you think of them? These people try to force me before one gives birth what careers your kid gonna be. I don't know, I hasn't been born, I hasn't exercised that right yet. Human? Porque desde antes que uno esté preñada, ya ellos están más felices, todos los mundo y el bebé y la carrera se doctor jugado cantante. Oh, no. So they've been to Crocante or to the other restaurant they posted any love that I posted on Facebook and they're like, no, okay. She doesn't know que yo fui con Sarita de las Margias de Arte Story allí o que fui con allí. My siblings want to show me pictures of you with these people. Like, maybe that these people. To keep reminding me. Oh my god. And how he said to me anyways. The thought of living with the same person for the rest of my life, someone other than me, and gives me the creeps. Someone other than Jaden Kulani gives me the creeps. Like, I associate those roles. Like, mother, father, I can live with it. Son, daughter, I can live with it. Any other than that, I don't want that attachment for the rest of my life. It can just be a random that I could see occasionally, but I don't want anything. Like I've said that before. They think that I need to be promoting Catholicism and brutal to people as in a boring thing. Catholicism. Don't mind the bread, the dancing, every post of the Kama Sutra. Porque Catholicism speaks about orgies and they're all just sitting on a chair or laying in bed. Their version of life, one of them doesn't even want to see me because they said, I'll try alcohol when I'm at a bar when I turn 21 or before. Ew, it's gonna be alcoholic. Huh? What? I see. They go around to people being like, you all night. What else? What else? I'm bored, so I'm gonna visit Euphoria. What do I want to wear? A long dress. With I want overnight oats. Before is he Love Shop Fantasy or like someone's gonna kill me one day? Or he likes Love or has a girlfriend that or he wears Love Shop. I can't remember. I can't remember one of them. Let's do them. I wanna wear to where is that? Euphoria. This one. And that's going to be that. Otro market probably from I would have never written this with profit. They give me the body language stuff. Like for not taking away credit from this, but that's like a common statement from people like this will be my best friend. Pero vacation that like she's just thinking about friends, you know, like that. Yeah, I'm more care. I want this pink one. What size am I? The library is open until 6. Yeah. Is this nice? Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yes, that's nice. I'm a Harvard library. I don't have electricity in my apartment. You can decapitate how many soldiers with sons and rape me and steal my money. They get in the way where you save money. They steal my vehicles, they steal my homes. They're drugs. Son una basura, no quiero ser esos tipos son un puerco. Ew, 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 ew. Amor. Apparently. I want to shop for myself. I want to take myself to a podium. And he's the bit there sometime next month. Possibly within the next 6 months. What's good doing money today? I don't talk ever to anyone, very rarely, about my fashion choices, so I don't need to confer with illegal prostitutes that want to rape me. And then he'll be all day reading the combos of like, Ali, ese traje te quedaría bien. Este no, este sí, this no. Ay, nena, pero esas tetas tan bellas. It's like he lives for still. He's a porn addict, he's a sex addict, he's disgusting. Ew, ew, ew. I'm talking the FBI disposed NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department of the United States, the International Criminal Court. Dang asco. Disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I was at Royal Grocery yesterday. I pizza there, drank coffee. Let's go doing money today. That's my bank account number for my savings account. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Anyways, I'm updating the. Oh, that's not showing. I'm bored. Where's the. Kind of good. I'm bored. What else? You can decapitate John then Morave if he stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way, murders and money, pays people illegally to misrepresent me. Ya me recordé. These illegal prostitutes are so gross. They think that once they'll remember that they raped John will be too. John there to the rescue. And be like, you're a rapey John there, right? What else? 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 I'm bored. Mm. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's a cute hashtag. Talked on. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. When was this? Oh, this is in my bedroom now. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of your save money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. I'm seeking the death penalty for thousands of people. Hundreds of them are my family of origin. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm more. There's my savings account number for a family. And I can't find this dress. Not was annoying listening to music up in there. Let's get giving money today. If he's there to pay dividends at Egoist, I will be there until 2026. I'm excited. I want to do the East Girl side single girl day, visit downtown, get laid in my apartment, ideally, or at a hotel. What else? 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 I want to shop at H&M at the River Center. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that raping the stealing money that get in the way of your same money. They're trying to put me in a wheelchair. They mock me that they steal from me and that I'm starving. Es una basura, así de viejo, él se ríe de mí. Y o si él supiera lo disgusting que él es haciendo eso. Pues se cree importante. Y el asco. Anyways, so what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? They're trying to put me on a wheelchair so that my siblings bathe me for him to get turned on sexually. Oh, that's cool. He's a rapist, murderer, and thief, so he's always creating some sort of hype, like I said, about opinion. Es un asco. Una basura. What else? What else? What else? So he's also trying to put me in a wheelchair and or like trafficking me into poverty and starvation so that I move into a remote home now that he's killed Gloria Anderson. For him to disrespect my dad and rape me there. And then he finds people that they're like, yeah, the hot dogs in there. So I'll steal from Arlene so she looks ugly and can't be out dating, having sex, and being happy her kids can't be with her. So today I'm like the best mom ever. Ew, ew. What? Dios Serafín y Jesús Wilson Lorenzo Lara is the dancer person. Okay, I don't speak to anyone. So to some of them that I become their advocates because they're getting raped, sadly, these basuras still attend orgies. What else? What else? What else? Because they stole my money to date them and then they went on to attend orgies raping people. Because they get in the way of me receiving money so I can't date at all. So they're older men that are like, now this hoe is at an orgy raping me. So do they know that I've been Lorenzo or Jesús Wilson Lorenzo? Insane, no lo veo, yo no esperaba eso de ella. Pero one reason body language was, yeah, it was like, what? otra cosa? ¿Qué otra cosa? What else? Kimoni. Did I not say good morning to Jaden Kimoni today? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Come on. It's good afternoon. What else? What else? What else? What else? No. So, something like funny to me to people. Is this upside down? Definitely. Anyways, I want to eat Euphoria, and it's not very good. Within the next 6 months. What else? What else is the most pretty? I don't know if that looks bad, but it's also good. Forget it seems to watch the waves. I'm bored. I'm bored. Who's gifting me money? I don't need to see what he's done in the past 30 something years with the money that he steals from me. I never think about him. They're that basura, they're that gross. They spelled out towards me decades ago. And he's trying to be insistent of showing me of what he does with the money that he steals from me as if it hurts me. I don't even know him. Fool. I'm bored. Luego es Antonio Boston. Let's let him know that I'm poor. What else? I have fees that I need to pay. I have a electricity bill that I have to pay. Still have no station at the moment. I'm bored. I'm bored. Have you ever heard of so many men crime rate? Edgar Munoz Carrero, these hoes, what have we list? Richie Hill, El Fraile possibly, that guy that I ran into at Royal Blue Grocery. Once. What else? What else? What else? Those people that I got wrong, they're deplorable. They're like if within their first instance of breaking the law, they're not automatically on the news being exposed for being bad. They're like, yeah, this was on the news. I'm gonna keep being bad and doing the wrong thing. They're dumb. They're stupid. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So get the left over the constant. More financial want food for myself. Where is the email address? What's his name again? Antonio Pozo. Though this may be a repeat. That's what info. Antonio Pozo at gmail.com. What else? I'm bored. You can decapit everyone that invades my privacy. What else? You can decapitate my how many citizens that rape me to steal my money to get another way to steal money. Don't steal my vehicles, that steal my homes, they're so gross. Yeah, disgusting. They're just laughing that they're causing my starvation. Just to be daddy. Am I not the best son? Still dying? Oh, yeah. Feels lovely to me. Never right on it. I don't need it's for BMWs when I was 19 that I didn't get to drive because these hoes went on to give it to anyone that would suck their dick. They're stealing from me to supply drugs for themselves and porn and sex to themselves. So gross. Because I refuse to have sex with them. You're disgusting. Son unos vagos que no son unos porcos. Maybe Lauren can teach them how to become a millionaire on their own so they stop stealing my money. What else? I'm bored. What's that goes that way? I'm like a 40 dish. PayPal account. What else? Mm, it's not how many of my marriages and things and the religious was what is wrong? You can like how it is what is responsibility, but I'm still stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my money, based my pride crushes and no puerca corazón. Pasó. La Moscow. What else? They are so gross. They don't know what being a socialite is. So they get raped by people. And they're like, pero que es la heredera de esto, esto y esto. Ese es el heredero de esto y esto y esto. So it's like they wake up and do this. I'm gonna write Abigail Johnson gets the heroin. It's the heroin. Baltasar Getty, that's the heroin. Allegra Versace, that's the heroin. How many people has he raped? He targets people and he profiles people that way. It's so gross. Ew, 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 ew. And then it's like, OMG, Paris Hilton and Ike with so much money she has. She and I just ate ice cream together. I thought I was gonna walk out with a fun, like, of wow. And you're surprisingly, she and I just ate ice cream with her and had a great time, guys. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Gross. I'm not accepting orders right now. It happens. I on purpose missed out on. Bueno, uno vive in Wisconsin. Let's just say el Anthony Capizano ese. You know, we'd be like, no, guys, like, I need money for food right now. I don't have any money. Y quiero ganar comida barato, comer. And it's in Wisconsin. And he goes on, y si yo te cocinara algo? To get one into porn. Es like el tipo no puede llegar a cocinar aún en el momento. And they want to become like one's necessity. Beware. Ew, 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 ew. There's else. What else? You can get me money today. You can decapite behind horas and systems of replace. Let's do 15, 20, 25. You can decapitate behind horas and systems of replace. Let's do 15, 20, 25. They want to mock me as if I would talk to him. I'm not doing anything on my birthday so far, and it's on Thursday. He thinks I'm gonna legally prostitute myself just to fit a standard, guys. I made it. It's my birthday. Look at the beautiful pictures I spent it on Monday. If Bruto doesn't understand kindness, doesn't understand intelligence, doesn't know how to gauge intelligence. I wouldn't want that, not even as a petty fuck near my vagina, because if it gets me pregnant, well, it's gonna tell my kid, you ain't like Mill Street girl, so you ain't worth it. What is Milk Street? It's a good book. What is, what else? I'm bored. Anyways, I'm sending my GoFundMe everything into the phone because I'm starving. Can't stop one thing. What? I'm bored. So basically, these past triggers while I was married to a girl, tranquilita, still open to the idea of polyamory, caused leeches to interrupt my life and caused my anxiety and depression. I said, let us make it collectively because what they want is not necessarily even me. They think that we're gonna become free. Like, look at the news that the post sent me. So they're after the news that I could acquire. Ew, ew. So I'm still and it's Sunday going to be fun. Somewhere Wednesday. Do I look forward to getting a boyfriend sexting him lives? Please do tell me how you're gonna kiss my neck during your sleep. So much fun. Wow, so fortunate. That's a what else? What else? I'm bored. Let's see. Else. This dish is special. I don't know. Just I had more bricks in that area. And doesn't once. I think it was a Tuesday special. And then so the Dormitory is no alcoholic, so it tasted like a pina colada. So good. And this was in Madison when my Brooks Air Base. I saw that area. So good. That was a lunch special. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Yesterday I was going. I'm gonna prepare myself. I want an ice cream from the ice cream truck the next time that it's by my apartment. I'm gonna like this. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I can ignore these people for years, for decades, by the way. They don't exist to me. What else? 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 They're thieves, they're rapists, they're murderers. I don't want them in my life ever. What else? What else? What else? It's acting all scorn woman on me and that doesn't exist. Es un bruto afrentado, un opportunist, maldito basura for want him near me ever. What else? 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 I'm bored. He wants to see me get raped. It's the worst. No, let's see pictures. I picture of myself today. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I cooked this for myself a while ago. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I cooked this for myself a while ago and this for myself a while ago. Y again, like everything, baker, masco, luego sobramos. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They're after news of people. So they tried to take one hostage so everyone believes that one sends pictures and shares it with them. They're looking for what to be. They're just listening. They want to see me awake.